Hello, hello. Welcome everybody. Hello. How are we doing today? Hello. Welcome, boy, welcome. So I'll be so dead ass. I literally swear to God, I woke up at like 12 o'clock. Like I observed the clock, I looked at it, it said 12. I had an alarm set for 12:20, and I'm like, okay, I'm observing, I'm looking at this alarm, and I'm turning it off. I'm going to turn on this 20-minute video at ×2 speed. And I'm going to watch it so that I can wake up. And then it was like 1:20. I just I'm like, what? I'm just like, what the hell? But we're here now. That was my experience today. I don't know how that happened. I didn't even like do any of the stuff that would normally imply that I would stay in bed for longer. Doing well since the plumbing got fixed today, so I no longer have to go in a bucket. Yay, let's go! Not shitting in a bucket, let's go. I was actually thinking about plumbing the other day, because I'm like, how do you fix pipes? Do you just have to, like, remove every wall in your house everywhere? Like, how does plumbing work? Fixing plumbing seems like it'd be really difficult. Like, how do you access... What if there's just, like, a random... Like, the 6th pipe down has a problem? Like, how do they access that pipe? I don't get it. Any of the connecting pipes. It seems like it'd be very difficult. It got completely stopped on Sunday and no plumbers to call in during Easter. Very fun. Super awesome. That's my favorite. Do you want to know what my equivalent of that was? Oh, should probably turn on these things. Yeah, my equivalent of that was, it's completely different. It's like, oh man, I didn't have plumbing, there was no place for me to, like, put my bio waste. Mine was, I was sick last week, so I couldn't buy any alcohol. And then I was like, okay, this weekend, I'm gonna go buy alcohol. And then it was closed on all the days that I wanted to go out, because obviously. I finished my large bottle of vodka the other day. Unfortunately, there is no vodka in the house. It makes me very sad. Also, I decided to get, like, a bigger bottle the last time. Because I was like, oh, I'll just, like, get a big one and then have it around whatever. But I think it was leaking because I put it on its side and then it, like, it had, like, drip or something coming out of it whenever I pulled it out of the freezer. So sad. That story is clearly a lot more unfortunate. I agree, man! I agree! Me without my haul. Me without the haul is... You know what? I mean, we could recontextualize this question. Would it be more unfortunate for you to not have... Well, I know the answer for you, because you don't give a shit about food. But I think that if I had to choose between those two situations... I was going to make a joke about being an alcoholic, but I literally am not, so that seems disingenuous. I am, however, a coffee addict, and that's actually why I didn't start streaming until 1:30. Because I did need to make hot coffee. It is required, or my biology will kill me. it will reach its hand up into all of my physical, I was gonna say apertures, that's just a word. I made that one up. And say you die now. Alright, are we ready to Spire? Is it Spire time? Is it time to be inspired? I'm trying to think of all my last runs. Actually, it's funny because since I'm playing Spire like 3 times a week for stream, I just like don't really play it outside of stream. I'm like, well, this is the time that I get, because every time I think about it, I go like, oh, well, maybe I can like practice a character, and then like maybe I'll learn something off stream, and then, you know, that will make my win rate better or something. And I'm like, why am I doing that when I can just do that on stream? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, this game is going to be very changed in the next like a year or so when it gets out of early access. And also, like, the game's probably not going anywhere for the next, like, 6 years. 6 to 10 years. So, like, what is the rush? Yeah, there's also, I should really reopen the code for Flagbearer and see if I can do anything about it. Because the last time I opened it, it's like, man, I don't know, this game's very different. It's actually so interesting to me that the code could be so different. Maybe it's not that different, it's just like the way that it's implemented is really weird to me and I don't understand it, so it's difficult for me to figure out what I'm supposed to do. There's also a number of like, it's frustrating because the decompiler just like spits out the code in a really weird way. So like there are certain things that I just don't understand how they're like supposed to be written because I'm not a good programmer. And then I'm just like, okay, I understand that like basically the wiki, welcome Mita, welcome. The wiki is basically like decompile so that you can like understand the code and learn more things with the code and whatever. And I'm just like, I would love to do that, but like I genuinely just don't know how to translate the decompiled code into how it's supposed to be written. I literally don't know. Like I need the example because I do not have a fundamental understanding of like how I'm supposed to write this. So like I need the examples so that I can like understand it and then I can, you know, go from there. So Watcher code is accessible, public access. It is available publicly. There we go. So I just I was thinking of taking a look more at that and then go from there. And then the other problem is like I don't know how to put the character model in the game and I don't want to think about it. So I don't know. There's a lot of issues, and then it's like, do I have the time for that? No. Want to make the time? Kind of. I don't know. In better news, I finished The Artisan of Glimeth, in that I beat all the main puzzles, and now there's just challenge puzzles left that I'm too stupid to solve. So true. So real. Yeah, a little too complicated. Is Blueprints ever truly over? I feel like I miss Blueprints in the same way that I miss playing Fire Emblem. Which I don't really, like, want to compare them exactly one for one, because I do actually think I miss Fire Emblem more than I miss Blueprints. But it's definitely like, okay, we got to the point where it feels like we're in the end game, and I feel like I'm sort of rushing a little bit to get it done so that I can, like, do something else. But then I go like, oh, it was kind of fun to, like, play that game. And then I miss not playing it. Yeah, but like the remaining 100 puzzles are like the difficult brain teasery ones that you have to activate your brain to solve. Like, I could say that quantitatively, I have won more runs than I've lost in Slay the Spire because I've beaten all the ones that are before Ascension 10. But the real Slay the Spire 2 format, clearly, obviously, 100%, is only Ascension 10 runs. Only Ascension 10, no infinite combos. That's funny. Obviously not. But yeah, I think putting the game down is good when you aren't enjoying yourself anymore. What was I saying about blueprints? Oh yeah, it's and then you kind of get to the end of the game. I think the next time that I end up like rushing myself, what I should really do is recognize that it's happening, because it has happened several times where I'll get sort of towards the end of the game and be like, okay, I kind of want this to be done, and then I'll like play for a 12-hour stream where like I'm genuinely not having fun, and then like it'll kind of be a lame ending. So all right, it's time to play a game. Transform a card, remove a card, or Hefty Tablet. I feel like I keep taking Hefty Tablet and I keep losing with it. But also, if I get something really, really good, then it's possible to win. It'd be super good. If like 3 of the different rules weren't part of a lot of the challenge puzzles, I'd be more inclined to try some of them. Yeah, it's kind of like, here's this challenging Fire Emblem map. By the way, it has infinite reinforcements, and it's like, well, I just like don't really want to play that. I'm just not really interested in doing that. Like, sure, it's probably possible. I just like don't want to do it. Okay. I will pick Hefty Tablet, and we'll see what happens. Fortunately, none of these cards make me very excited. Yeah, this is pretty unfortunate. I think Malaise is decent against Vinton. If I can like gain energy or something, or upgrade it. But it doesn't usually when I take Hefty Tablet, I'm like, ooh, I want to hit like an Echoing Slash and just win the game. But I think this is just take Malaise, try to beat Vinton. We could also take Serpent Form. Serpent Form's probably a little bit better versus elites. Even though Silent has discard, I feel like curses are just a lot worse for her than most other characters, since she doesn't have any exhaust or similar. That's fair. I want to say that like the card draw aspect means that I'm a lot more comfortable going like, well, I'll just play an acrobatics and draw past it, but it also means you're less likely to draw an acrobatics. And then also you need to use your discard on the curse. Well, it's not that you're using the discard on the curse, but it's like you're playing an acrobatics at a time where maybe you could have been doing something else. Because you drew the curse. There we go. That's the situation where that mattered. Okay. I'm going to take the Serpent Form. I'm going to give it a shot, but I'm not super confident about it. It's like Bonfire before Elite. And then we can like start making some decisions around this area and do stuff with that. Yeah, I feel like something that I need to be doing more is not taking damage in hallway fights. I noticed over my last few runs that well, we all know the classic, the Flare's classic, which is literally just like passing the turn with energy. But there have also been times where like I just randomly take 3 damage, or I'll opt to do more damage on a turn where I'm drawing like 2 strikes next turn, and then it's like, well, not blocking there doesn't actually make sense. It's like highly questionable. I want to say that updated Cloak and Dagger is pretty good with Serpent Form. So if we like upgrade there, then I'm pretty happy about this Cloak and Dagger. I would rather take the Blade Dance if I had no other synergies. But if I'm committing to Serpent Form and then want to have like 3 easy card plays when I draw the thing. So far we have taken 3 damage. There's a Ricochet. Or a Dagger Spray. I mean, Ricochet has definitely been like... The last 2 runs I've done, it's just like hit Ricochet and then the Sharp event, and it's like, wow, this card's really strong. I'll pick the AoE though. Deflect is also like good with Serpent Form. I feel like Deflect maybe with Serpent Form might have been good. For the easy Act 1 hallway fights, you can typically get out of them without taking damage if you just never choose to take damage to deal damage. Definitely not always, but usually. Yeah, I mean, like, on this turn. I guess I can, like... No, I can't, because this is 12. Right. I think we've been in 2 easy, in quotes, hallway fights now where, like, my draw order just didn't let me block these turns, so... I think it's possible. But I guess, like, the example is... When damage is mitigable? I don't know. When it is possible to mitigate damage in the easy hallway fights, it is pretty easy to choose to just not take damage. Yeah. These are all 0 costs that are great with Serpent Form. That's exciting. Oh, we got a shop. Is it time for my obliged Snakebite so that I can actually do damage? Or are we pretty confident that this Serpent Form is going to do something? Strangle is an interesting way to help deal with the Slippery on Phantom. And if we are building a Serpent Form deck, that probably means that our Strangle is better. Let's get rid of this thing. I'm really kind of wishing that I had a Deflect. You know what else is good with Serpent Form? Having a 0 cost power. How's our damage? We have Dagger Spray. We don't actually have like a Strike Plus. We have Cloak and Dagger, which is not exactly Strike Plus. So like Strangle is kind of Strike Plus. I feel like I've been super doo-doo on Strangle, but if our next cards are going to be like Deflect, Escape Plan, like Acrobatics Tactician, then like, you know. Maybe turn 0 Serpent Form. I very highly value Poison in Act 1 just to kill elites and to get to Act 2, so I would, despite everything, have taken Snakebite there. I mean, I don't think you need to add the despite everything. I think picking Snakebite in Act 1 to kill elites is just, like... I want to say correct, but it's more like, yeah, that's what the card is there for. I also think Serpent Form upgrade is very real now that they buffed it. It's like 4/6 now, right? That seems kind of real. It's also more real than Speedster. Because I remember thinking, like, oh man, Speedster just does so much damage. That why am I investing in my Serpent Form stonks? But Speedster does less damage now, and Serpent Form does more damage. Which kind of means, like, now I can do that. Calculated gamble, dagger throw, bouncing flask. See, here's the thing is, like, I want to see if I can, like, kill Phantom without needing to pick a poison card. Now that I've chosen to not take the Snakebite. And I feel like Bouncing Flask is not the splash card I want. Our other possible elites are the statue and the bird. Do we feel like we can beat the bird? Like, maybe. It's possible. Take this Gemba. I kind of like going rest upgrade. And then we can punch 2 elites. Up to 2 elites. Now our Serpent Form does big damage. Motherfucker. Are you serious? We literally picked the calculated gamble for this, and you're gonna put it at the bottom of my deck. Blur, Welly, plans deflect. Yeah, I noticed I missed that, actually. Deflect, Blur, Welly, plans. We did, in fact, miss 2 damage on this boss. Like, I want to say it's deflect. Blur could also do it. It's like both of these things have the ability to buy us a Serpent Form activation. It's just that, like, I think Blur is less reliable. Because we don't have any, like, way to get random incidental block. Could be upgrade deflect here, actually. 7 block. I mean, I think we just have to play it. Wow. Wow, Serpent Form does damage. Who would have guessed? Hey, look, it's an accelerant. If we picked Snakebite and that Bouncing Flask, oh man, this accelerant would be going hard. Like, I want to take the acrobatics. Ooh, if we, on our Candelabra turn, or if we proc Carnivore, acrobatics into Serpent Form is possible. It's kind of cool. Well, this fight's really bad for us. Just kidding. We do 1 billion damage. I lied. I think there's a lot of times where I kind of go like, oh man, I have this cool deck that can do something after I resolve a single power, and then I fight the raiders and I die. That's true, I think that's accurate. I think usually when or I shouldn't say usually. There's definitely a thought in my mind. I think I want to take this, you know what? Serpent Form's probably, like, good enough. I wanted to take this Ricochet to do, like, multi-hit to vent him, but I don't think it is important. I can take this Blade Dance, though. Just, like, put a little bit more damage in my deck. So, like, Acro playing 0 cost, good. Acro, just good card in general. I guess Acro, particularly with Escape Plan Deflect, quite good. But I'm like, I don't want to Acrobatics and then pass over a power that I want to play and then not be able to play it. Which, like, interestingly, in this case, it's still possible on the Candelabra turn or the Art of War turn. I'm gonna rest because I'm scared. And the plan is simple. Put Serpent Form into play, win the game. Okay, look at Serpent Form. Oh my god, our upgraded Deflect blocks his turn! We aren't taking 2 damage here because we upgraded the card! Let's go! Very powerful. We have energy this turn, so I kind of just want to, like, play a bunch of cards. And I thought I had to take a Ricochet. My god. Upgraded Serpent Form, oh my god. Sup, Rue? How are you? You're alive. That is good. It's good to hear from you and you tell me that you're alive. I'd have been fine risking the Farina bottle. Yeah, that's fair. I think more aggressively using this makes a lot of sense. Yeah, we only took, we were at 41, we took, maybe a way to think about it is, like, we took 12 damage. It's like, the one turn that's gonna kill me is, like, taking 30 damage on the first thing, and then hopefully by then we have Serpent Form in play. Which then we could still die to the second one if we draw Serpent Form late. But yeah, it's like 30 damage. Do I think I could take like 60 damage? Or like block 60 damage or interact with 60 damage, whatever. Yeah. I just got a hit of Slay the Spire lore and it's kind of messed up. Oh, what is it? Is it that Niao is gaslighting us and is just telling us to go up there and has trapped us in the infinite Coom jar? Because it's a pretty dank piece of lore. I'm pretty sure it's Knife Trap. I think Knife Trap plus Serpent Form plus all this stuff is a lot of damage, and that's going to be really good. Yeah, I think that's a really funny. It's pretty funny to me. Like, no, Niao's my goat. Don't shit talk Niao. Don't do it. He's my goat. Gain 4 potion slots with random potions, or gain some guards. Thing is, I feel like our deck sort of already does what we want to do. Sup, Han? How you doing? Yes! Very slay! Serpent Form with Shivs is so funny, since it's the exact same damage scaling as accuracy, but 3 times as expensive and a rare. Yeah, I agree with you, except for the fact that, like, you also get it on all of your defense and zero cost tacticians and deflects and whatever. So like, that's the obvious difference, right? But I do agree with you. I do agree with you. Hello, Reddy, what is up? Yeah. No. The reason why I agree with you is that, like, there are so many times where I'm thinking to myself, like, man, this shift deck's really good. I wish I just had an accuracy. And it's like, here's a serpent form. And it's like, I don't want to take it. I don't have 3 energy to play this card, man. And it's like, in the instance where you just want it to be accuracy, it's so much worse. But in the instance that we got it on floor 0 and now we're just trying to pick deflects to deal 6 damage is like, we're basically playing Juggernaut but on silent. So like, people are fangirling about Slay the Spire mechanics. What? What do you mean fangirling? How could I fangirl about Slay the Spire mechanics? What would an actual way to fangirl about Slay the Spire mechanics be? Oh, okay. Alright, I got it for you. I got one. So, in Slay the Spire... Actually, I don't know if this is the case in Slay the Spire 2, so if it's not, then, like, whatever. But in Slay the Spire 1, depending on how many card awards you saw, you raised your chance of finding a rare card. So, this, at a system level, promotes you to take combats, because as you take more combats, the chance of you getting a rare goes up. And then usually rares are, you know, ways that you can win the game. So, the system is promoting you to play the game, right? It is a system that feeds into itself such that, like, taking more combats and fighting elites and all that stuff is, like, it is good for the player to do that, right? Whereas there are a lot of game systems that don't inherently promote you to fight, like, for example, Dark Souls, like any Souls-like game. Technically, you don't have to fight anything. Technically. You can just, like, run past everything and take stuff and whatever. But first of all, that's less fun, because, like, fighting things in Souls-like games is fun. And then the second thing is, or the stipulation is usually that if you want to explore, because theoretically you don't know the map yet, you want to, like, get rid of the enemies first so that you can know where you're going. Or they can... and it's actually funny, because they also made, in Dark Souls 2, they made the enemies incredibly aggressive, so that they would, like, chase you really, really far. And I think it was in an attempt to make it so that you can't just run through areas, because you'll have, like, 10 enemies chasing you. But the problem with that is that, like, it's not actually fun. Because you'll try to get to the boss and there's, like, 10 things chasing you, and you're like, okay, well, I guess I'll die. Whatever, man. So. Games are cool. I like games. I don't know what I'm taking here. I kind of want to take the potions so that I can just, like, have potions and then fight things and have potions, but, like, I just feel like this isn't actually that strong. It's like Potion Belt Plus. I don't think I'm taking Suppress. You know what? Suppress actually... Wait. Suppress might actually be good, because it's turn 0 weaken, and then that lets me play Serpent Form. I want to say that's good. But is it better than just getting, like, an Acrobatics and or Prepared plus another rare card that wins me the game? Plus potentially, like, Hidden Knives or any kind of... I don't know what other uncommons I want. Let me see. What can we do here? I want, like, 0 cost blocks. Like, I want escape plans, I want the flex. I could take a backflip. I think there's cards that I want still. So, like, taking an Ori that also potentially gives me a good rare is, like, possible. But I think the safer thing would just be to take the potions and then try to, like, win the game. I suppose we have gold. So, like, gold is possible here. Gold is also possible here. It's like two elites. There's 1, 2, 3 elites with, like, no rest points. It's like, I want to take a rest point before the elite, but also I don't want to take 4 hallway fights, because this is going to be a difficult hallway fight, and this is going to be a difficult hallway fight. So I'm just going to a shop, and then I guess I could take event here. How does that help me answer this question? I don't know, man. This is too difficult for me. I think if we get a flex potion or a poison potion, I'm a lot more confident against Biomancer. How do we fight the worm? By playing Serpent form and then resolving a knife trap? You know what? I think I want a Tactician. I think that's something that I want. It's Reflex, that's not Tactician. That's a Tactician! Let's go! Okay, we have a Cloak and Dagger and Anticipate. Prepared! Okay. And then Burst, Shadow Meld, Tools of the Trade. Damn, this is gas. What are we bursting? Are we bursting, like... I think bursting, Escape Plan, Acrobatics, or Deflect, or Prepared are all good. But Shadow Meld is also good for blocking. I probably would have taken Suppress, but this was a close second for me. Burst and Shadow Meld are both really good. I feel like every time I've taken Shadow Meld, it's been insane. But also bursting, like, a Cloak and Dagger or an Escape Plan or all those other things is, like, really, really strong. So I think I'm gonna take this. And then if we upgrade it, we can, like, burst Escape Plan into doing something else, which is really good. Bursting Deflect is also okay. Do I want to take this Reflex? We have a Prepared. I think it is reasonable to take this Reflex. And then do we take this Cloak and Dagger or Anticipate? We don't have any way of gaining Dexterity, so maybe it is Anticipate. As, like, not Shadow Meld. We also have Acrobatics. It's a 0 cost. I feel like this card's not incredible. But I also feel like if we were to have a deck that can play it, it's probably this one, right? It's kind of like I don't want to take it because I feel like every time I've taken it, it's bad, but also, like, we don't have a good way to produce block that is higher than the current amount we have, except for, like, I guess Burst. Then, like, Prepared Tactician. You know what? Whatever. We probably don't need it. It's fine. It's whatever. Bonk. Okay, this does not have our card in it, which is tragic. We have Tree Shivs. Oh, we have a letter opener. I think I could have afforded to remember that that was there. So glad Prepared is back. I missed it for the 1 week that it wasn't there. Backstab is a 0 cost. 0 costs are nice. I don't think we need it, though. Follow through is weaken. I like having weaken available. It's also AoE. And if we AoE weaken the Decimillipede fight, I'm really happy. Like that basically blocks a full turn for us. Okay. I think we've like kind of fleshed out our techie cards. Am I still interested in getting something like an acrobatics and or like prepared? I don't think we actually really want a second acrobatics right now. Necessarily, do we think? I think there are a lot of commons that I don't really want right now. We take Chosen Cheese. How many more combats are we taking? The thing is, we're taking a lot of question marks. We can heal before this elite. Just concerned about paying the 14 HP. But we have a fairy in a bottle. You want to stun the one at the front. I don't see why not. All of this before Strangle was certainly a choice. Expose. I mean, if all of our damage is in Serpent form, I don't think we really need an Expose. And we have a Knife Trap. What would Expose be useful for? I don't think it's necessary. It would make our Knife Trap turn, like, better. But that's kind of it. We burst Exposed. It's not like we need the Exposed to, get rid of Artifact, because we're not, like, a poison deck. Yeah, probably okay. A doll... I think I want the block doll. I actually think I'm willing to take 15 damage to get the block doll. There's T-set. T-set. Hidden Daggers is nice. Secret Technique can put, like, a Prepared or a Tactician or an Acrobatics in my hand. Or a Burst. Which is kind of sweet. I think Secret Technique pairing, like, 2 cards together is pretty good. And then, now I'm thinking about Energy Potion. It's... I want to say if it's probably not that important. We also have a second shop where we can potentially buy stuff, so... This is a heal for sure. I'm just wondering if 15 damage is going to be better than Powder Demise. And to be completely honest with you, I think 15 burst damage is going to be better versus Decimillipede than the Powder Demise. Okay, well, time to find out if we're accurate. We take like 11 plus 8. We take 19 damage on turn 1 because we want to put the Serpent Form into play or we lose the game. Sounds good. See, my thing here is that I want to play the Dagger Spray, but we have 6 energies, so I'd much rather play an Acrobatics and then play like 70 cards. So we'll Calc Gamble and then immediately lose. Feels good, man. This is 16 plus 16, 32. We can take a 9 less, 23. There is a Blade Dance in my deck. If I Blade Dance into Knife Trap, that's like 8 or 6 shivs. So that's like 36 damage plus a number. Is it 24? It's a lot of damage, actually. Sweet. It is funny how, like, several of my gambas there were not good, and we almost died. But that stone potion did kind of put in work. Yeah, I mean, I think we want to take this Blade of Ink. I think this is a good card. I've been wanting to try it. I do wonder if they'll make any events that reference Lord Red Mask since his mask is still in the game. I don't know what that means. That's his related object, I guess? Or is that like a... What does that term mean? It looks like a penis. I think it's just card remove. Let's remove Strike. And this is definitely a rest. Now, I don't know if I can fight another lead. I think we are very low on HP, and our deck is pretty decent, so I'm just gonna, like, try to get to the boss. Thank God for turn 0 Serpent Form. Definition of a person giving their name to something. I see. Let's block first. I'm once again going to play this calculated gamble to try and find, like, card draw. We found card draw because we're the GOAT. I think Burst is good here. We could Burst Reflex and still play the Cloak and Dagger, but we're looking for escape plan. Doesn't seem very good. We could leave Burst Blade of Ink in the deck and just get Blade Dance here. Plan is free. And is definitely not turn 1 serpent form. I think upgrading this follow through means that next turn is going to be a lot easier. We have 2 shivs and exhaust. We can discard one of these toxics. There's a Gambit in our deck, I guess. We already prepared. But the rest of this hand is like 2 strikes and a neutralize. I think it's Serpent Form Pass. Because we get, like, Art of War. The strikes don't actually kill it, neutralizes kind of whatever, because they're weakened for the next 2 turns. Okay. We are at 4. I wonder if we could have taken less damage there. Dang. No turn 0 Serpent Form. Ooh, we have the Inky Shivs. It's like I'm debating if like drawing the secret technique with calculated gamble means I can do like secret technique for tactician plus we draw a prepared or acrobatics. It seems kind of overkill, but also I have a tendency to not play calculated gamble and then it ends up being pretty bad. Probably fine. I'm gonna throw this. Let's go on more cards so that I can block. That is a burst. Is weaken better than turning around? Don't actually know. Does 50% more damage when attacking from the back. Deals 25% less damage. I guess turning around is better. I guess Fairy would have... I don't know how Fairy and overflow damage works. I guess we would have had the same amount of HP. Knife Trap is 9 shivs. Wow. Right, I forgot it gains block. No! No, I have to keep playing the game? It's not just over? How am I gonna deal 14 damage? Oh boy. Okay. Do you want a second Blade of Ink? Master Planner is here. Master Planner doesn't do a whole lot for this deck, honestly. It just makes Acrobatics cost 0, and that's only sometimes. I feel like it doesn't do a whole lot. Do I want a second Blade of Ink? It's like another non-exhausting Blade Dance that applies Weaken. Like, is Storm of Steel ever good? Pitch, Tactician, Reflex, and then we're kind of, like, cooking. But it's awkward, because, like, I don't... If you discard your hand to hit Tactician, then you don't need the energy for anything. Like, that's always my problem with this card. And it's not like we need to turbo how many shivs we have, because Knife Trap is eventually going to get there with our current shiv production. So for me, it's sort of like, is Blade of Ink better than drawing, like, any other random card in our deck? Which I think the answer is Blade of Ink is better than 9 cards in our deck, so, like, I want to take it. Alright. What do we got? You can't draw additional cards. That's bad. Your merchant buys everything, or remove 3 cards. Effectively remove 2 because Folly exists. Folly actually isn't as bad because we have Ring of the Snake. Just, like, remove 3 strikes. They could probably get behind removing 3 strikes. It's like remove 2.5 since Folly is ethereal. True. It's also innate, which means that our Ring of the Snake just gets rid of it, which is nice. We have 1/2 of a bag of prep now. It's like we can start making decisions here. We have, like, Bonfire Elite available to us twice, but also there's a shop. But also if we go to this shop and then just, like, sell something, I think card remove is... It's, like, really expensive now, right? We should be aware of the fact that we are against Doormaker and the test subject. The Doormaker is complicated now, right? Doormaker's turn 3 makes Serpent Form a lot worse. its turn 2 makes it difficult to like do our card draw stuff, and then phase 1 I guess is like we can exhaust the cards that we play, which is maybe not that big of a deal. Test subject has a tendency to just kill me. Basically, I'm trying to figure out what I actually want to do with this shop. And I'm like, is shop gonna be buy like a potion, or is shop buy a relic? Because if shop is buy a relic, then we want the later shop. But that also means I don't get to fight the elite. So I think the shop is just gonna be like buy a potion to fight an elite. So you need to one-shot the boss. Got it, got it. No. Doormaker goes in a cycle. So when I say turn 1, what I really mean is like turn 4. Because it's very unlikely that we're gonna just exhaust all of our cards on turn 1 in order to try and kill it, because that probably won't. Doormaker is on a cycle. VTuber fans, write that down. Write that down. Put them on the calendar. Write that down. Write that down. Oh, I saw somebody was making a sassy anime girl region mod, and I think it's gonna raise my... well, it's gonna raise something, but also I was gonna say it's gonna raise the chance that I play the character. You bastard, I hate you. What? What's the problem with writing it down? I mean, I think the funny thing is when, like... Shit, who was it? Someone from FaZe was literally like... was literally said, like, write this down. Someone literally said, write this down, and then they wrote it down, and it's like, shocked Pikachu face. What do you mean you wrote it down? What? Huh? I feel like our block isn't super strong. I wonder if I want to pick, Untouchable. Hime did? That's so funny. That's so funny. What do you mean you wrote it down? I don't understand. I do genuinely feel like our block isn't very strong. Like, our block plan is basically, like, deflect, like, burst, deflect, escape plan. So Untouchable's probably good. Oh, no. Update 2 cards. Or draw 2... I'm pretty sure we can't take this, but... Nice! Upgraded, secret technique? That's really good. So remember when we said we were gonna buy a potion? I'm pretty sure... Let's go. We just want 2 ghost in jars. It's double ghost. I'm going ghost. Okay, I screw up this fight all the time. This guy needs to die immediately. I am not messing around. We need our damage in play immediately, and this guy needs to die immediately. I mess this up so much, so often, where I just, like, don't... I'm like, oh, I have, like, a few turns to do something, and then I'm just dead. And it's like, no, we need to start doing damage now. We needed to start doing damage yesterday. We have a survivor in hand. We have already blocked. So... I think it is this. Oh. I had energy. I literally just could have, like, played the other cards in my hand. I got caught up thinking about if I had V-Sync turned on. This is 20 and 20. Plus for playing. Okay. Prepared is basically free. basically free. Okay. I would love to draw follow through. Okay, how badly do we want to draw follow through? They're already weakened because we have red mask. I guess not that badly. This is 8. It's just 8. So it'd also be 8. Can I do 13 damage in 1 energy? I can! Let's go. And we can also block. When the gambit pays off. Okay. Sweet. It's gonna be a pass on all of those. Who are we up against? Okay, it's the 3 idiots. We could, like, burst a cloak and dagger. We're sort of looking for serpent form. I think it'd be, like, best to play serpent form this turn before they are attacking me for a lot of damage. Alternatively, burst Blade of Ink or Cloak and Dagger is on the table. So now we can just discard the card we draw. Okay. Hello, serpent form. I wonder if it's worth popping an ethereal. I don't think so. I think we're just, like, putting shivs in our ethereal pile, our exhaust pile in our ethereal pile to do our big turn soon. That's kind of cool. It's a big pass for me. Ooh. Swift on serpent form actually, like, isn't bad. if we draw it on turn 2. But our blocking is pretty bad, so maybe just nimble on like Cloak and Dagger. I guess nimble on Deflect is the most free. I do want to rest. I don't really want to do the encounter after the thing, so we're just doing the encounter before, I suppose. Take this 15 damage. I guess a tracking would be pretty good in this deck. We have so much weaken. I didn't realize how much weaken we had. Like, surely this isn't necessary, right? We have like 7 billion shivs available. Yeah. Oh my god, it's not done. I really just assumed. Well, we take 2. I was like, yeah, this looks like a lot of damage. Math is for blockers, etc. And then I was punished. How dare they do this to me? Now, we could fight an elite. Or we could go to the shop and buy a potion. I genuinely feel like just buying a potion might be better for us. Like, I don't... Like, what relic is going to be worth potentially trading, like, 20 HP? I don't think. I just don't think it's... I don't know, man. Dodge and roll is available. Anticipate. Also, Anticipate is available. Is it finally time to take the Anticipate? I don't think so. But if we have 2 Heart of Irons, that blocks Test Subject pretty well. But are we taking the... We can't. Never mind. Never mind. I thought it was still highlighted. It was not. Could give something Corrupted. I would like to corrupt myself, please. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to work. Instead, let's just transform... Strike. Transform Strike. Into Master Planner. I think that still doesn't do anything for our deck. Like, 90% of our deck is just, like, 0 costs or cards already with Sly. It makes Acrobatics Burst and Blade of Ink more playable. Okay. I think I would like to upgrade something. It's probably Tactician, honestly. Yep. Hello, Doormaker. Serpent form is in play. Is there anything else we can do? I don't think so. I think we're just, we can play the cards for fun. Okay, that was the other thing that I was thinking we could do. I didn't think it was gonna happen. Okay, we exhaust cards on this turn. I think we're okay with that, because we're just gonna, like, do a bunch of damage to it and hope it's good. Is bursting unadvisable? Because, like, we could burst a Knife Trap, for example, but we could also just play 1 Knife Trap and it maybe dies. Definitely don't need this or this. And we've already blocked, so I think I'll keep the escape plan. I guess escape plan is worse on turn 2, so it's also pretty bad on turn 3. Huh. So there's our knife trap. It does not win the game here, so that's kind of a concern. We just play this untouchable. It's like there's Master Planner. The problem is Master Planner just isn't very good on any turn against this boss. Like, if we play the card that gets exhausted, it's bad. It's not good on turn 2 because we can't draw cards. And then it's not good on turn 3 because everything makes us lose an energy. So Master Planner is just kind of bad in this fight, period. Okay. I think I'm willing to play an intangible this turn. Just to not take a billion damage. And then I don't want to play the knife trap. So we play the Master Planner just so it gets out of our deck. I don't know how I feel about this untouchable. I feel like we don't need it in the deck. We're probably fine without it. This is for 40 whole damage. My goodness. This is probably not doing anything. Huh. Is it another intangible angle? This would be 26. Intangible here. It's kind of rough. So this is now 8 shivs. Cool. Okay, so I want to aggro first so that we can get this knife trap. It's not dead. No, why isn't it dead? I was supposed to kill it. Okay, so we take this is 34. We aren't dead. And these are for next combat, so we're not dead, and that's good. Okay. All righty. Play these before I forget. Master Planner might do something in this combat. This is currently blocking for Exexies. You have now beaten Doormaker, new Doormaker one more time than I have, which is once. I don't think I've ever beaten it before, so I think that means you've beaten it 0 times. Is that the joke? Yeah, I think the turn where you get to do stuff is on the exhaust turn. Also, surprisingly, 0 cost. Well, I shouldn't say surprisingly, but yeah, 0 cost on the turn where you're just kind of Where you're losing energy, that's what I was gonna say. It's like, not bad. You just need your cards to cost 0. It's that easy. Well, this might be where we die. Unfortunately. This looks like a I die hand. What could we possibly draw? It's like our fast damage was Serpent Form, and it is currently on the bottom of our deck. That's what happened. We also didn't draw Count Gamble. It's just so sad. It's like, this is 8. Plus 16 plus 8. That's how math works. So 16 plus 16 is 32. Plus 4 is 36. That's like not even remotely close. Would we be able to get extra energy somehow? We cannot. Tactician is already discarded. I was thinking, well, what if we went like Blade Dance into Knife Trap Strangle, but we can't do that either. Okay, is there any way we can block this turn ever? The thing is, like, I keep looking at this deck and it keeps not having any blocks in it. And this thing's just attacking me for 45. There's a Serpent Form. Man! What do we miss? What did we do wrong this fight? I'm gonna restart it, but... What do we do? What do you mean this guy just killed me? Like, here we acroed, right? That's so disappointing. I guess we don't have to discard the Tactician here. Because we're not... Like, that's just not important. Because we're already, like, basically blocking this turn. But that doesn't, like, do a whole lot. So this turn we had, like, Blade of Ink, Cloak and Dagger. Where I don't see why we wouldn't play both of these. This could be anything. Did I do something different? I have more ships now. I don't understand. Did I not, like, play Cloak and Dagger Blade of Ink last time, or did I not burst one of those? Did I burst Escape Plan instead? That might have been what happened. Well, now it seems very winnable. I think I was trying to get the Serpent Form, and then, like, I couldn't do that. Huh. Oh, that's so funny. We actually still die. We actually still almost didn't do enough. Okay, never mind. I think we still die, though. This seems like a I still die scenario. Because I can never deploy my Serpent Form, ever. And I have to find some way to block for several turns without dying. It's already weakened. We can get Tactician. Knife Trap is a decent block card. Actually, that's true. It's like 6 block right now. So this is 24, 16, 24. 24 does block it. It's also weakened for the rest of the fight. I didn't think about the Knife Trap shivs keeping Inky. Yeah, they just do. It's pretty funny. Well, what now? Now it's attacking me for even more damage. And I have, like, escape, play, and defend. This is for 14, that's 8, 16, 32. Can we even block for 32? This is 24, 26. We can't block for 32. Well, 26 plus 8, yeah. Still not dead. Still Serpent Form isn't in play. I really do kind of feel like, well, if I could have drawn Serpent Form on turn 0 in this fight, we would have been a lot better. Oh, right, we have a Master Planner. When the hell did I resolve Master Planner? When did that happen? If instead of resolving Master Planner, I resolved Serpent Form, I feel like this fight would have been a lot easier. Are we finally dead? I'm just waiting for it to happen. This now seems like I'm dead. Okay, there we go. I don't know how I was supposed to get Serpent Form into play. I guess if we had another intangible, like if I didn't have to use the second intangible against Doormaker, then maybe we would have been okay. Which, by the way, in order to beat that Doormaker, I did intangible twice. Like, that did happen. Damn. I actually don't really know what I was supposed to do there. Like, I don't know what we did wrong. Like, we needed a better block plan that didn't involve playing escape plans and stuff. Like, this deck really wanted an after image, because if I had after image and Daughter of Wind, then, like, we're blocking for a lot. Like, a footwork, I guess, but I don't know. Like, maybe we did actually really want that anticipate, but that would have been pretty bad versus Test Subject. I think also it would have been not great versus Doormaker. Yeah, I don't know. How do I put the Serpent Form in my hand? Upgrade Prepares. If I had 2 upgraded Prepareds, would this deck be a lot better? Did I have the opportunity to upgrade Prepared? We were definitely also, like a good Knife Trap away. Card rewards. Enchanted. Shiv Enchanted with Inky. That's so funny. Oh my god, that's gonna be on like every single thing. That's so funny. Yes, here we upgraded Tactician. Here we rested for 23. Here we are at 25. I love Knife Trap so much. It is the big splashy card that makes you feel good. It makes your neurons go burr. We deflect, Enchanted Deflect with Nimble. When did we get the random Master Planner? That was on a Transform, right? Yeah, that became Master Planner. So here we took a prepared because it was kind of free. Heavenly Drill, Primal Force, and Knife Trap. This is like one of those anime 3x3s that are like, tell me what kind of weeb you are without telling me what kind of weeb you are, and then your 3x3 is like... I wasn't about to drag your name through the mud, but I had some funny anime that I wanted to put on there. But Heavenly Drill, Primal Force, and Knife Trap, huh? Big, splashy, over-the-top card. Dot player. I mean, they're fun cards. I think Heavenly Drill is really interesting because it's like a card that theoretically you would think it's not that difficult to enable that card, but then it's Regent, and it's like, oh, I guess it is kind of hard to get, like, literally one extra energy, isn't it? Yeah, how long did we have this prepared in our deck? That's what I was wondering. When did we get this prepared? Triangle, Poke and Dagger, Calculated Gamble, Letter Opener, Deflect. Deflect was upgraded, Acrobatics, Blade Dance. Oh, we got prepared from here, right? We picked, yeah, Tactician, Prepared, Burst, Reflex. Just kind of crazy. And then by the time we got to our next thing, we chose to rest here because we were at 23, so we could fight this elite. We took 40 damage in this fight, which was a lot of damage. We healed. I wondered if taking this elite was a mistake. We got a Blade of Ink, Horn Cleat. Because we had prepared here, and it's like, we want this prepared to be upgraded. We also wanted Burst to be upgraded, and Tactician. We basically had, like, up to quadruple upgrade debt at this point, which maybe what I could have chosen was, like elites aren't my win con this act. Because we went to, we had 3 bonfires. We had 3 rest sites. And the thing is, I had 4 cards I wanted to upgrade. So it's like, maybe I was just supposed to dodge elites here. And then, like, we were still in upgrade debt by the time we got to, like, floor 34. So even here, I think we go, like, okay, well, we've removed 3 strikes. Our deck is pretty good, we just need upgrades. And then I dodge all these elites that, like, didn't pay off. Like, these elites did not help me. Like, I genuinely wonder if we just upgraded... We had 2 upgraded prepareds and an upgraded burst. Like, does that just make our deck infinitely better? So we can actually get to our Serpent forms? We could have even had an upgraded Calculated Gamble. I think that might have been, like, more of the play. Alright. Game's hard. Hard game is hard. I think it's time to greed. It's the greed time. Creed. This would be the earliest shop. I guess there's this one. That path seems doable. We end up with a difficult encounter here. So if we haven't figured it out by that point, it's kind of hard. But we're attempting to figure it out in this shop. Okay. I was trying to think on Primal Force, and I was like, I don't think Primal Force, I don't think I've ever taken it. What does it actually do? I've played very, very minimal Ironclad. Okay, we have Damage, Piercing Whale, or Mirage. We don't have to rush to take something that's, like, awkward because we have Shop in, like, 2 tiles, but... Makes all attack cards turn into rocks that deal 16 damage. That's kind of funny. You upgrade them into super strikes. Is that, like, good? I don't know. I feel like, is doing 16 damage for 1 energy, like, is that the conversion on Ironclad that's, like, good? I know that the thing you said was they're your favorite cards, which is, like, you are just allowed to like cards that do things. So I'm not... That's... I respect your desire to make rocks and throw them at people. Like, that's totally, completely valid. I just want that to be super clear. But I am genuinely wondering, like, is that the... Like, is that what we're doing? They don't exhaust, so you do just end up going Rocco mode if you play more than once. Given the fact it's so easy to get energy for Clad, plus the fact a single Inflamer Vuln does a lot. That's fair. Yeah, so if you get a Vulnerable, then your 16 is doing, like, what, 24, right? It's doing 24, plus you could have more. Plus, yeah, Ironclad has access to, like, it's not called, it's not Blood for Blood, what is it? I want to call it Blood Send. It's not Blood Send. Blood Send isn't a card. It's the Blood Energy making one. Blood Pact. It's not that one either. God, why do I not know the name of this card? They have the Blood card. I could have survived. So yeah, you pair that with, like, any card draw. I guess it's kind of... Well, I was going to say it's kind of adjacent to Anger. But Anger costs 0. So it's adjacent to that kind of idea, I guess. Blur, Acrobatics, Untouchable. I'm pretty sure Acrobatics is going to be good, so we'll take it. Plus the fact that rocks don't exhaust, so you have permanent 15 damage cards. The downside is that it is a transform, so all attacks that turn into rocks stay as them until the end of battle. It's a fun card, but it does have its downsides. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, was, like, because I haven't gone to Ascension 10 on Ironclad, but the runs that I've played, I've done, like, I've played strategies that involve, like, Thrash. So it's like, I'm gonna Thrash you for 1 billion damage. Or, like, I just picture in my mind that my attack, like, Pommel Strike, upgraded Pommel Strike to me is better than dealing 16 damage. Because upgraded Pommel Strike could be, like, energy plus card draw at the same time, which is, like, infinitely higher than 16 damage. Which is, like, my, you know, memes aside, that is actually why I go, like, this seems difficult for me to justify. However, you could just go, like, I play the Pommel Strike, and then transform all my other attacks into 16, and then you could get energy plus card draw off of Pommel Strike, and then your payoff is draw 16 damage. Right? So, like, that actually seems kind of good. I didn't really think about it that way. But it is neat, like, a lot of Ironclad ends up being... Because you think of, like, a... It's not Inflame, God. Why am I so bad at remembering Ironclad cards? There's 2 cost, exhaust all your cards, deal damage, Fiendfire. Done. It's you look at Fiendfire and go like, oh, well, don't you want to exhaust your entire hand? It's like, there's nothing on Fiendfire that says you need to exhaust your entire hand. You can always just play some of the cards and then exhaust the cards that are remaining in your hand. So I guess Fiendfire on it does say exhaust every card in your hand. That technically, there's nothing on Fiendfire that says you can't exhaust your... Technically, the rules text says it, but no, I'm saying that you can always play the cards beforehand. The same thing with Primal Force, and then you don't have to play it again. Or I'm assuming Primal Force exhausts, right? Or I think you said it explicitly doesn't exhaust, right? They don't exhaust, but does Primal Force not exhaust? I don't know. That's fine. Okay, so this shop is kind of Primal doesn't exhaust. Interesting. So you can transform everything into stuff. It's neat. Enchanted attacks deal 9 more damage. So Mystic Lighter plus like an enchanted multi-hit card on Silent is pretty cool. Seeker Strike lets me draw cards. Select the cards. The first attacker skill you play goes to the top. I don't know. There's also Bronze Scales and Mercury Hourglass. I actually kind of want to take both of these, and then we just have like passive damage dot relics, which helps a lot for beating up early elites. But then our next 2 card rewards need to be pretty good. I just don't like the I don't like Seeker Strike because currently it gets like Acrobatics plus Piercing Wail. Those are like my best case for it, and it's like, okay, we get Acrobatics and we have no energy to play anything. Cool. Great. I could buy Leg Sweep if I wanted. I don't really want to buy Leg Sweep. My next 2 encounters really need to give me something good. Like, we're looking for some pretty good cards here. One, 2. I said pretty good cards, not another block that I don't need and then slice. I mean... Okay, so hear me out. I don't like Slice. I think Slice is a really, really bad card. Like, it's actually atrociously bad. However, we have this Acrobatics and Leg Sweep. It's easier to play a Slice when you're committing 2 energy to your Leg Sweep. It's possible. It's possible. Slice is really bad, though. Yeah, Hellraiser is another, like, big dumpy card that does a big dumpy effect. I mean, those cards are always fun. I want to say, like, well, clearly you just don't have an appreciation for the finer things. I'm a bit of a... What would be a card that's... Like, I feel like there's 2 angles. Here's what I want to go with. I feel like there's 2 angles. So obviously there are, like, the huge cards that just, like... That, like, win you the game, that are awesome. And then you're like, dude, Knife Trap was so sick in this run that I played. But, like, what is, like, what's that card that's, like, always there for you that's, like, your ride or die? You know what I mean? Like, because those are the cards that usually I appreciate. Right? Like, what's a... Like, Acrobatics, for example. is like acrobatics is like my ride or die. You know, they're always there for you. They always like put the right cards in your hand. They're always discarding tacticians and getting you extra energy, you know? Like, they're there for you. They're your homie. Knife Trap has a chance of, like, not being active. But at the start, from turn 1, your acrobatics is there for you. They're gonna draw you some good-ass shit. This isn't true, by the way. This isn't technically true. But it's kind of like saying, man, counterspell my homie. Force of Will, always there for me. You could say, Gristlebrand. I don't know if you play Magic the Gathering, but say, oh, Gristlebrand is like pay 7 life, draw 7 cards. What a sweet card that makes me feel really good because it wins me the game. And then there's like my homie Thoughtseize out here for me. Thoughtseize always there for me. Never lets me down. We're probably dead, by the way. I don't know how we ever beat this combat. Maybe if I... What if I just sit here and block? What if I just blocked for the entire combat and then threw this poison potion at them and then prayed to God? You're comparing staple cards to cards that are specific for a build, so it's a pretty unfair comparison, IMO. Well, I'm not, like, comparing it on the axis of which card is better, right? Just to be clear. I'm saying, like, which card do you subjectively feel better about? We're just talking about favorites. Like, I'm not... Like, the thing I'm specifically talking about is, like, your personal subjective value judgment on what you feel better about seeing. Right? And I'm saying, like... my ride or dies are always, like, the staple cards. Like, the feeling you get when picking a Knife Trap, I get when I pick an Acrobatics that's good for my deck. Because whenever I see staple cards, I'm like, yo, that's my ride or die. We're winning this run with Acrobatics. Like, if both of these cards were a cute anime girl, I'm thinking, like, I'm going with Acrobatics. That's all I'm trying to say. Knife Trap? Yeah, it's like, hear me out. Hear me out. So, like, Knife Trap is, like, the needy girlfriend who's like, I need you to buy me shivs every time we go to the store. Whereas Acrobatics is like, well, what do you want today? Do you want to pick, like, fries and burgers? Or do you want to pick, like, why don't we get tacos today? It's your choice. We'll draw 3. And we'll discard sushi today. It's fine. This is the stupidest comparison ever. If your Thoughtseize never let you down, I want some of whatever wizardry you're using. What do you mean? Thoughtseize is the best. You're like, I Thoughtseize you. Take Counterspell. If there was no Counterspell, that means Thoughtseize confirmed that I can go for my Reanimate. Thoughtseize never lets me down. Fairly, that's just most of Cloud's cards for me. He had just a lot of different ways to pivot into what you want to do. That makes up maybe Defense Clad. That one is pretty hard to ramp up at time. Yeah, it's interesting. I've actually been struggling a lot to play Ironclad. I don't know why, to be honest with you. I feel... Okay, so, hear me out. Common cards on Silent are really good. This is probably fine. I think this is okay. Yeah, so Ironclad, yeah, I don't know why. I felt like, you know, all I have to do is, like, fight things, and then my deck becomes really good eventually. Like, the way I played Ironclad in Slay the Spire 1 was, like, I want to say that I was pretty, like, Like, not strictly, but you know how it's like this just feels like pretty easy to play, so I'm gonna do it. Is like I just played piles. I liked playing piles. So like I assumed that if I put every good card in my Ironclad deck in my deck, then I would eventually just win. Like that's what I'm thinking. It's like, yeah, I mean, Flame Barrier is probably good eventually, so I'll just pick it. And then there's going to be a fight where Flame Barrier is really good, and then we win when that's the case. And then when it's not the case, then you can just Burning Pact it, and then it didn't matter. So, but for some reason, like, I don't want to say that that's not working, it's just like I haven't played a whole lot of Ironclad. Okay, I know that I was joking about us being dead, but now we might actually be dead. I didn't know that was a forgotten card. Honestly, it deserves to stay forgotten. Yeah, Hello World? It's not a great one. I want to say that it's not a fantastic one. Okay, but it put Blade Dance in our hand. Maybe we could have blocked, but, you know. It's a funny card, but not something I would use if I was trying to get to the next Ascension. Hello World? It's interesting. I think Hello World is decent at putting cards in your hand to play. That's what I can say. It's just card draw. It's like really bad card draw. So like, if my defect deck isn't doing anything, then I can just put Hello World in my hand and then maybe I'll have something good to do. I guess also defects commons are like Compile Driver, Cool-Headed, any of the orb producers like Cold Snap. So like, they're decent cards that they can get. It's never a card that I'm happy to take though. Okay, what are we doing here? I'm losing a little bit of steam right now. We have Tactician Abrasive, we have like things that we want to discard, we have Hello World. I think that means we want this Acrobatics, but also our deck isn't really doing anything. We got a Snecko Skull, so actually I would love to get a poison thing that's not Bubble Bubble. I'm gonna take this for now. Orbic Acid is a possibility, which might give us a poison card. Sure. Do I want to sell a card? Can I sell this Greed? What problems does our deck have? We are fighting Lagavulin Matriarch, which makes me feel like I need to block. Yeah. Ah, all right. Coffee's in the system. Remove a strike. You're saying I always seem to have trouble facing Matriarch as silent? Yeah, I guess if you like, it's hard to go fast enough, and putting an excessive amount of poison on it is also kind of hard, right? Yeah, that makes sense. See how we do versus it this time around. I'm not super confident in this deck. It's Not going particularly fast. I think we take this poison stab because it's apply 4 poison with Snecko Skull. And then we're kind of hoping to get to the next act and figure it out. Yeah, poison or accuracy shivs. My problem is that, like, poison is still kind of suspect versus this boss because, like, you wake it up. So I want a good turn here. But it's kind of... we need to, like, find the good turn. Like, I want poison stab so bad. We need to draw it next turn. Are we playing this Hello World? We're getting attacked for 21. It's for 10. I think we can chill. Ooh, maybe I didn't want to draw the card so that I could shuffle Snakebite. It's too late to start doing all of this stuff. It's an Envenom. That would have been a lot better on turn 0. Ooh, he wants it so bad. What do I want so bad? There are a lot of things that I want pretty bad, but I don't know what you're referring to in this case. Second abrasive. I mean, like it's what we have. We have 2 abrasives now. I swear to God, this Ancient never wants to give me Brightest Flame. Like, it's like hard-coded to never give Silent Brightest Flame. Like, I never find it. Ever. It pisses me off. Because Brightest Flame is basically like a free win. And, it just doesn't want to give it to me. It's very upsetting. Sometimes you need to take bad footwork as your rare. Well, I think we're taking it for damage, to be completely honest with you. Like, I need some damage somehow to do something, okay? Like, we're struggling here. I really like the full art Ancient cards give for the upgrade. Which one's the upgrade? What would the upgrade be? Sorry, I just, like, can't think of it right now for some reason. Or are you saying, like, both of those things are the same thing? Because I think, like, the upgrades are, like, suppress. Oh, yeah, because the full art cards are, like, Wraith form. And yeah, my bad. I was like, isn't that aren't they the same thing? They're not the same thing. Yeah, I think suppress is okay. Sometimes. I guess it needs, like, a pretty specific use case. I think Quadcast is pretty good. I actually have 0 wins with Wraith form, I think. I think I literally have 0. Every time I've picked it, I just haven't been able to do anything with, like, the 3 turns. Which is kind of interesting to me, considering the fact that I feel like it's supposed to be strong. and then it ends up not being strong. We have 2 tacticians. If I get a bing bong, am I okay taking a bing bong? Yeah. Oh, fuck it, we ball. Yeah, quadcast is pretty good. You quadcast a Dark Orb and just go like, haha. So funny. Wraithform, I always see it as my last line of defense, really. That one card that you use if you know you need like 3 turns to end it. That's fair. I guess the way that I see Wraithform is that, well, you know, and one of us hasn't won any runs with Wraithform, so, you know, there's that. But, like, I've definitely played Wraithform in Spire 1, right? And, like, won with it. So, the way that I see it is that, like, okay, this gives me, like, 3 free turns to do whatever I want. So, like, usually I can assemble, like, Poison plus Catalyst in that time, right? In Spire 1. But in this game, it's like, what am I trying to assemble in 3 turns? Like, I don't know. Okay, we should note that we have a Bing Bong, so this is going to add 2 cards. Don't want any of these. Let's upgrade Tactician. We definitely want our Tacticians to be upgraded. It's just it's too punishing if you play it early. Depends on how the deck is. I guess my observation is just that it's a lot... It felt like it was a lot easier to do what I needed to do in Spire 1 with the card. Which is like, just win the game in 3 turns. Whereas in this game, I find it a lot harder to randomly win the game in 3 turns. I do not know how to do that. Just sitting here taking damage. Still just sitting here taking damage. What am I doing, man? Blur, dodge and roll, deadly poison. We would be adding 2 of these if we added it. 2 blurs is kind of interesting with our double abrasive. Want to upgrade this other tactician. I guess we need ways to discard these cards. So, I have so many things I want to upgrade. I don't think I want to shop here. It's like the free energy is nice. I feel like I want to take those. Like, this is probably really good. Maybe not the happy flower, or unhappy flower, or whatever. Foul potions right before the shop. Feels good, man. Yeah, Anchor is also pretty good. 4 block is not 0. 2 Shadow Melts. It's kind of cool. I like 2 Shadow Melts. Is 2 Discoveries good? Oh, sorry. I was about to forget to do this. Yes. Paper Crane is also good. Discovery could be anything. It could even be something that wins us the run. Definitely want Shadow Moon, because this card is really good. There are many times where I just play it, and it is extremely, extremely good. I want to take the Paper Crane, but I don't know if our deck actually does anything. Like, I don't know what our deck's doing, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I have a love-hate with the X artifact. Like, I can never get it when I find my Whirlwind. Or anytime I get my fun X cards. Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. Because, like, that is kind of just how it works. It's very feast or famine, is how I would describe it. So, like, either you have it with its synergy and it's extremely powerful, or it is unusable. Which, Chemical X is a shop relic, right? You can only get it in the shop. So it's sort of like, you know, if you have an X deck, maybe that means you value Shop Sire, so you can buy Chemical X. The last time I picked a Chemical X, it was in a co-op run where I had duplicate Malaise on turn 1. So it was insane. Because in my co-op run, where I just get to go like Malaise plus, the enemy now has -7 strength. I've contributed to this fight. I don't have to do anything anymore. It was very, very strong. I'm going to very quickly use the bathroom, and I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. So, I have not come to a conclusion about whether I want Paper Crane or this Discovery. I want to say, ooh, you know what? Paper Crane plus Red Mask is really good. Let's just do that. And then... Block Potion potentially saves my life at some point in time. We just out here blocking. There's abrasive 1 and abrasive 2. Anything to discard in here? Not really. Reptile Trinket. We could have 4 blurs in our deck. We could go so fast. You could be the fastest person you've ever seen. Honestly, with double shadow meld, it doesn't seem that bad. Maybe it's okay. It's probably fine. I'm gonna rest. There's abrasive 1. Where's abrasive 2? There's abrasive 2. It's like can kill something. If we go up to 26 block. If this is just, that would be 9 damage. I'm wondering if I can probably just block, right? Wow. Wow. We could have 6 blurs in our deck. How do we ever lose our block when we have 6 blurs in our deck? Okay, but I could... Actually, 2 deflects is, like, potentially a thing. Because they're deflect pluses. And they're good with Shadow Meld. They're also good with the blurs. But now we're looking for, like, okay, how am I supposed to do damage? We do need to fix that problem eventually. And I think it's, at the moment, going to be this abrasive. Okay, there's abrasive 1. Where is abrasive 2? There's Abrasive 2 on the turn where we're taking a bunch of damage. Feels good, man. It's a lot of energy that I can't do anything with. Well, we have died. That's so sad. Our 35 card deck couldn't draw Frantic Escape, and then we died. That's crazy. Is there a way to win this fight? Probably if I just play the, escapes when they come up. The draw order was kind of awkward, though. It was a little awkward. Abrasive as your main damage source is not incredible against the Insatiable. I think if we drew it, like, on this turn, it would have been fine. If we had Survivor plus the thing now, then we would have been a lot happier. But yeah, I feel like this has happened before. Like, specifically this, where I'm like, yeah, I mean, I guess if I just sit here with my Abrasives, then, like, we're pretty happy. And then I end up losing because I just literally can't play Escapes. Yeah, so now it's like Abrasive versus playing the Frantic Escape. And I don't think it would ever be reasonable for me to not play Abrasive here, considering I have no damage. This was a turn where I had, like... Yeah, I think this was the turn where I ended up dying because I didn't play the other things, right? And then now we die because we can't play this Frantic Escape and also the other stuff. Yeah, we went like neutralize, Frantic Escape. I think we still die. Okay, well, we didn't draw the Frantic Escape either, but if we drew the Frantic Escape, then we could have done neutralize plus that. Alright. Yeah, that seemed a little difficult. Seemed a little hard. We just, our deck just did nothing. Our deck just didn't really do anything. So, unfortunately, when your deck doesn't do anything, you kind of just die. I think that's gonna be it for today. Yep. Alright, I gotta go. So, if you're still here, I'm gonna say, hey, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your support as always. And I will see you all next time. I believe we're playing tomorrow. Should be playing tomorrow, so. See y'all later. Goodbye. Bye. Wait, let me try doing something. I want to try doing something. If I do this, because there's a setting. If I do this. Problem with turning the setting on is that it costs more RAM. Oop, that's really not what I meant to do. Okay, let's see if it works. Wow, yippee! It's like the transition actually works if it's preloaded, but it's tough on RAM usage. All right, see y'all.